St. Mary's College, Biz Ed 123, Financial Management, Section 4, Team 8, and Action.
Hello everyone, my name is Keaton, and this is Manuel and Vic, and we are sharing about JP Morgan and why you should buy. A quick overview is JP Morgan background, financial analysis, stock valuation, and recommendation. Quick background. I was first created from JP Morgan and a Philadelphia banker named Anthony Drexel, who created a private bank in 1799. And then fast forward to today, in 2000, they merged with Chase Manhattan Corporation to create JP Morgan Chase and Company Corporation. They're public tech, they're traded as a JPM, they're multinational banking and financial services, and they have 235,000 employees worldwide. The operating segments, they're consumer community banking, they're corporate and investment bank, commercial bank, and asset management. And then some quick products and services for the consumer businesses include credit cards, small business, home loans, and home equity lines and credit, auto finance, retirement investing, personal bank accounts, merchant services. And for the commercial banking businesses include middle market banking, business credit, equipment finance, local lending, community development banking, real estate banking, and international banking. Some leadership, we have James Dimon, the chairman and CEO, who's been with JP Morgan for 16 years. Aaron Lake, who is the CFO, who's been with JP Morgan for 17 years. Stacy Friedman, who is the managing director and general counsel, who's been with JP Morgan for 4 years. Ashley Bacon, who is the chief risk officer, who's been with JP Morgan for 23 years. Matthew B. Zames, who is the COO, who's been with JP Morgan for 12 years. And John L. Donnelly, who's the head of human resources with JP Morgan for 7 years. With the banking rankings, as you can see, JP Morgan is at the top of the rankings with over $2 trillion in assets. Here's a SWOT analysis. Their strengths is that they have a strong brand name and good financial position. Global presence is 250,000 worldwide. They have excellent services for customers through extensive retail network. Largest bank in U.S. in terms of sales, market value, assets, and profits. Their weaknesses is they have an overdependence on USA. They have stiff competition from other financial services. And fluctuating markets results in instability. Their opportunities is they have expansion in other countries, diversifying portfolios for customers, investing across the world, and commercial banking and JVs. And then for the threats, they have changing government regulations through financial crises like recessions and unstable mortgage market.
Here we have the technical stock price analysis, and we can see the line is upward, and the end price is, which is at now 78.05. We see it has been some drop, especially with during November elections, but it's also upward. These financial conditions. We can see that the net profit margin is 26.9 compared with the industry, which is 10 is above average. The return on assets is 1.0, which comparing to the industry 0.7 is above average also. The return on equity is at 10.0 and industry is at 8.2, so it's about average. Debt to equity 1.4, which is 2.0 industry, so it's below average, and the interest coverage is 4.2, which is compared to industry 2.1, it's above average. And we also have the dividend payout 2.5, which is 1.5 in the industry, so it's above average. Revenue at 1.8, it's below average because of 3.1 in the industry. Net income is negative, it's negative 2.2, which is way below average compared with the 20.8. And EPS percentage is 21.6, which is in average, which is pretty similar number. On the perpetuity model, well, the capital asset pricing model, we have a risk-free rate of 3%, a beta of 1.2, expected return market 7.5%, a return equity of 8.5. So we took the 9%, which is a low range, and it stays at $79.
For Gordon growth, we use the capital asset pricing model with the risk-free rate at 3% and beta at 1.2, and then we expect the market return at 7.5%, and then we got the return on equity at 8.5%. So we plugged that into the model. So we used the 7%, 8%, 9% for the rate, and growth percent at 1%, 2%, 3%, and we got the intrinsic value of $90. And this one's multiple approaches. We used the 2015 Wells Fargo at 13 times, and then Citigroup at 10 times, Goldman Sachs at 12 times, with an expected return for 2015 at 6.01, in 2016 at 6.50, and expected return in 2017 7.20. And in our discounted cash flow, we used the weighted debt at 60%, weighted equity at 40, and then return on debt at 6%, return on equity at 8.5%, with a WACC of 8%. So we plugged that into the model, discount rate model at 8%, and got the intrinsic value of $97 at a median range. And in our weighted stock, we used the perpetuity. We distributed with 10% at perpetuity, Gordon growth at 10%, multiples at 30, and discounted cash flows at 50%. And we got the intrinsic value by weighted for $91. And our final recommendation is, first, buy trades, buy JPM stock on margin, right put options, buy call options, and buy financial services ETFs on margin, and buy call options on financial services ETFs, and right put options on financial services ETFs, with an intrinsic value of $91, with the current value of 78, so we recommend buying JPM stock.
Check your Gordon growth. The diagonals are a little off, okay? And then most of it is just formatting. Most of it's just formatting. But check your Gordon growth. Okay, and then move on all these slides at the very top. You got the current. It should be current stock price, but the intrinsic value should be first. Okay, with the dollar signs on the other side. And the dollar sign on the other side of the 95. Dollar sign on the other side of the 95, and then the greater than sign, and then the dollar sign with the current stock price. And then put the premiums on there too. Okay? All right, cool. And then check the 6666. I'm not sure the probability of having 6 in a row 4 times like that. Probabilistic.